Hi Gemini, it is Elsie from Life at 5.0. Welcome back if you're visiting again, and welcome to anyone who's new, who's visiting for the first time. Thanks for logging in here today to watch a video. I hope you'll stay for a little bit, look around, and if you feel so inclined, please go ahead and click on the subscription button and maybe give the video a thumbs up, share it with a friend. It really does help my my community here grow. So if you intend on being a lifer, go ahead and click on that subscribe button. So this reading today is for Gemini. It's for the Gemini Sun, Moon, Gemini Sun, Moon, and Rising signs, and Venus. If you have Gemini that comes up in any one of those signs, then this reading may resonate with you. It is a collective reading, and that means that it may not resonate with you. It may, parts of it may. Please leave what doesn't resonate with you and just take whatever does resonate with you. Please don't try and make the scenario fit your life. It's just going to frustrate you and wonder what's going on. So if the reading does not resonate with you, please go look at your Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. You can find a link either at the top of my page here, or you can find one at the bottom of my About page. You'll see a link there for Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. Go poke in your information and it'll tell you exactly what's going on. I find that when I'm looking at readings for my signs, that I resonate the most with my rising sign, which is Sagittarius. I am a Taurus sun and I am a Pisces moon. So I find that Sagittarius readings, my rising sign, is way more, it resonates way more than my sun sign does. So go ahead and do that. Or, you know what, there's lots of really incredible readers on YouTube, in so much that they've inspired me to start my own channel. So just want to right now call in the Archangel Michael and ask him to guide me through this reading, and also any other angels and guides that might be able to help us through this reading today. I ask for the holders of the pure white light. This came out. It is a 4 of Cups, but I'm going to put it back in. If it's yours, it'll come back out again. The holders of the pure white light, please bless me, then use me as a channel, so I might be able to provide answers to questions, or just give a reading that is for the highest good of anyone born under the Sun, Moon, or Rising sign of Gemini. This reading is from this time, as you view it on this day, until the end of April. Time is fluid, so things can that are here today can be could have already happened, could already be resolved, or this could be information for the future. And a couple more shuffles. Oops, that didn't go very well. Try this again. Oops. Create papers. There we go. Gosh, these cards are all over the place. I don't know if I'm just fumbling them, Gemini, or if it is just like so much energy I can't handle it. Okay, so we'll just split these cards. Please don't give your energy, or not your energy, but your please don't give your life over to anyone, any reader on YouTube. Your power, please don't give it over. These are just for your learning, and as I do the readings, if they resonate, great. If they don't, that's fine. But please don't live your life accordingly, because sometimes this won't be a reading for you, and I just don't want you to make poor decisions. And here we go. The Hierophant in the reverse. Strength in the reverse. What is this? 3 major arcana. The Hermit in reverse. And then we've got the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. So far, 4 in reverse. 3 out of the 4 are major arcana, Gemini. What's going on? 4 of Swords in the reverse. Oh, we got lots of reversals. 4 of Pentacles in reverse. 8 of Swords in reverse. You saw me shuffling, you guys. It is crazy how this is. Everything's in the reverse. Never had. Oh, look, Death is upright. Wow. And the Queen of Pentacles, who is upright. My goodness. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. The overall energy for today, for your reading, is the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles usually bring messages of love, and that's what this is. Going to plant that pentacle and see what grows. All right. All right, give me a moment here to look things over. Okay. All right. So the Hierophant. The Hierophant is the card that represents Taurus in the tarot, and this is Taurus. Not Taurus. Sorry. The Hierophant represents the clergyman, someone who's moral, someone who's a teacher, someone who is teaches religion. He's a teacher as well, yeah, that's the kind of person that the Hierophant is. It is again the card of Taurus, but this was in the reverse for you today. So it looks like you're having some challenging beliefs. I don't know if they're religious beliefs or just beliefs in general. Could be personal beliefs, maybe. Beliefs about yourself and your life and what you've been doing up to here. Maybe you're feeling like you need freedom or a new challenge. Maybe you're looking for freedom from something. It could be freedom from religion. I guess it very well could be. But yeah, that's the starting energy, which is the Hierophant in reverse. Then you have the Strength card in reverse. And the Strength card, when it's upright, is indicating, inner strength. Not inner strength, sorry, outward strength. And you'll see that she's, that this woman is very calm, and so is the lion. And she's actually, touching the lion or stroking the lion. So her strength is outward, and people can see her strength, and she is capable of protecting herself. And she is just basically strong. For this coming up in the reverse, this more means about going inward. So looking for inner strength. Maybe you're having a little bit of self-doubt. And I mean, that happens to all of us. We don't all know what we're doing in life. I tell you, I was pretty shocked when I had my son almost 20 years ago and realized that there's no book for parenting. So, we're not always all sure of what we're doing in our life. I know that I'm not. I'm just kind of, I'm kind of planning it, but I'm sort of winging it. And sometimes, I just don't, I have to go inward with my strength and say yes to what I'm doing, and then hope I can figure it out later on. So it can be a little bit of self-doubt, maybe a little bit of low energy, that can come with self-doubt. Self-doubt can come with things like, sadness, sometimes depression, or maybe you're just blue. So it could come with maybe some raw emotion. Maybe you're feeling a little upside down, I guess would be appropriate. But as I'm looking at this, I feel like this might be stuff that is in the past now that I look at it, because the Hierophant is in reverse and the Strength is in reverse, and I think that these two may be in the past because the Hermit is also in reverse. And the Hermit is someone who, it's going inward to figure out what's going on. You need to think things over. And the Hermit is the one that is going to, I guess what I'm trying to say is the energy of the Hermit card is the one that will make you go sort of inward and think about what's going on in life and what your next steps might be. When it comes up in the reverse, it can be isolation, I guess. Now, the Hermit, people go into hermit mode. I do it all the time. When I'm trying to figure out something, I'll go into hermit mode and I won't discuss it with anybody. And then once I think I might have the answer, then I might go to my most trusted ally, my most trusted friend, and I might bounce it off them. But that doesn't, just because you're in hermit mode, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're away or disconnected from everybody. But this does. This means you're kind of in isolation, that you're a bit lonely, that you're withdrawn, and that perhaps it's time for you to try and step out of yourself, because sometimes messages lie on your exterior and not necessarily always all on the interior. So try and take, if you're trying to turn this upright, just so you can get some better thought processes going, then maybe it's a good idea if you try getting out of isolation, maybe not withdraw from the people who love you and the people who can help you through a hard time. Again, I think this may be in the past. All of these in the past, only because I'm showing this Five of Pentacles came up in the reverse. When it's in the upright, someone has been left out in the cold. You know, this woman, she's begging outside a church, but honestly, if she just looks over her shoulder, she'll see that the church is there, she'll notice it, and then she'll probably just go in and get some help. But she kind of is feeling bad about herself, maybe not maybe about herself, but maybe for herself. That's what I was trying to say. But when it's in the reverse, you're coming out of that as well. You're no longer left out in the cold. So because all of these on the top row here came out in the reverse, I have a feeling that these are things that you've been going through, but things that maybe you're conquering one by one. That's a lot of stuff, Gemini. That's a lot of stuff going through, you know, maybe having some wavering belief, and then having to go, you know, inside and figure things out, and then having to, you know, feeling disconnected and lonely, and then, you know, you're not left out in the cold. So it's time to then come back out again and reach for it, for what it is that you were reaching for in the first place that you're unsure of. So I'm glad to see this. I like when cards come out in the reverse and they actually are a good card, just like the Four of Swords. So the Four of Swords in the upright indicates that, you know, it's rest and relaxation that you need. You need some meditation. You need to take better care of yourself. You're probably tired, exhausted, giving too much to others and not enough for yourself. When it's in the reverse, though, it means the opposite. So it looks like you are, in fact, taking care of yourself. You're coming out of this now. So the Four of Swords has already passed you by. And I think that you are rested and you're strong enough now that you can get up and keep moving forward. The next card that is in the reverse is also another good card to have in the reverse, Gemini. So in the reverse, well, I should say in the upright, this means that it is, you know, that you're feeling defensive. You can see how she's really holding those coins to her heart, almost to the point of protecting herself, like putting something hard between her and her heart. It looks like she is alone where she is. There's some buildings in the background, but she is very alone where she is. When it comes up in the reverse, though, it means you've kind of conquered this. It means you're feeling more open. You're feeling a little bit more vulnerable. Don't feel like, you know, someone's coming to attack. And I think that this is also something that's in the past. So, you know, for all of the reversals that ended up here, we're going along, we're punking along pretty good. The next card that I'm very glad to see in the reverse is the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords, you can see it's a woman, and she's got her blindfold on. She doesn't have her hands bound or anything, but she does look like she feels as though she's trapped by the swords. So those might be, you know, ideas that she's having circling her. She's feeling stuck, really. But it came up in the reverse. So again, I think this is in your past. I think this is something you've conquered. Like, Gemini, you're a rock star. Like, you're conquering things one after the other. So yeah, this means that you have already come out of this Eight of Swords, which is good. Coming up next is the Emperor in the reverse. The Emperor, when he is upright, is he's a father. He's the guy who gets things done. He's the Emperor. He rules empires. He is a guy who can be forceful, but not overly excessive with his force. He does run empires, so he has to be, you know, kind of by the book. He's strong. He's a leader. He's the money guy. He's the everything, really. He's the oil that keeps everything moving, essentially, to take care of everyone in the empire. When it comes up in the reverse, though, the Emperor is more dominant. Like, he's more of a dominator at this point. So it's like things are getting out of control. So lacking control, needing excessive control, maybe a lack of discipline is happening right now. And so I feel like, Gemini, that you might be in the midst of an emperor, someone who is perhaps an Aries, because that is the sign of Aries in the tarot. This is also a fire card, so it's a fire sign card. But this particular card represents an Aries. So you could be having, I don't know, a tense time maybe with someone who is I hesitate to say bullying, but someone who is being really hard on you, someone who is, trying to dominate you and, my way or the highway kind of thing, because the Emperor can get that way when things aren't going his way because he's used to controlling everything. He's used to being the everything for everybody. So that could very well be why that is shown up in the reverse. We will clarify that one later to see if we can get anything on that. I don't usually have to clarify the major arcana cards, and because the universe is in control of that, and who am I to tell them what to do? But sometimes it is worth clarifying, and I think we will clarify a couple of things here. So the thing is that I see the Emperor in reverse. The Emperor in reverse is really not good news. Then next to it I see the Death card. So perhaps this relationship that you have with the Emperor is coming to an end, or perhaps what is coming to an end is the strife that's between you. Perhaps you're going to be speaking more, you're going to be talking more, and then the Emperor is going to turn in the upright. So this is usually the end of something and the beginning of something else. So don't get too upset about seeing the Death card, because it really is just a transformational card, and I kind of like to see it showing up in readings. Actually, I kind of get excited about it, because when something dies, something else does begin. And the fact that it is a major arcana card actually makes me happy as well, because it means that something is transforming and you don't have the ability to stop it. So usually something like this will show up in a reading when you haven't done it, and it's been expected of you from the universe. So the universe has a plan for you, you have a plan for you, and there are ways that the universe will keep you, or spirit will keep you on track, and this is one of the ways. So if you look at all these lessons up at the top row here, these are all lessons that you've learned. You've learned about the Hierophant in reverse. You've learned about, how to go outside of yourself for strength and how to balance yourself. You've learned, that you don't have to be in isolation or for hermit mode to kick in. And I think this is another one of those lessons that we learn in life, that when things come to an end, other beautiful things are ready to bloom. So I wouldn't be too scared of the Death card. It is transformation, and transformation is good. Transformation is progress, and we all need that. So the last card that came out here is the Queen of Pentacles. She is a queen that is kind and giving. She has lots of charity within her, and she is, kind and sweet, and is ready to offer what she has to anyone who needs it. So she is a caring and kind queen. As I'm looking at this reading here, it is sort of concerning that I see the Emperor in reverse, who is the Aries, and I see the Death card, and then I see the Queen. She didn't look all that happy to me. He doesn't look all that happy to me, so I'm going to say that perhaps maybe there's some strife going on between these two. However, the overall is the Page of Pentacles, which is a gift of love. So I think what we should do first is maybe do a little bit of clarifying. I usually clarify with the Rider-Waite in a tin. I love them. They are small, convenient, and tell a good story. All right, so I think first of all, let's clarify death. And like I said, I don't usually clarify the major arcana cards, but let's do that. I'm not really clear on what's going on here yet. I kind of think I know what it might be, but sometimes it gives us more answers. Spirit, can you tell us why the Death card is here? Ooh, that one flew right out, didn't it? Hang on a second here. What flew out for us? Oh, indecision. So it's the end of indecision for sure, which is good. End of indecision. Can I have another card, please, for Death? The Death card. Why is it here, please? Why is the Death card here, please, Spirit? Oh, look at that. Death is clarifying death. Thank you for that. And it looks like you're walking away from something that doesn't serve you. So it's the end of having to walk away from something. And it might be also the end of, well, this is the Ace. It's the Ace, which is a starting card. This is the end. So it could be starting, you're ending something to start a brand new relationship. This is the Ace of Wands, which is the Ace of Passion. And the Ace of Wands is indicating usually a new start in love. So there could be the end of love. starting new again. And that would be a good reason for death to come up here. Let's clarify this Emperor, please. Why is the Emperor here in the reverse? Why is the Emperor here in the reverse? Spirit. Emperor is here in reverse because he looks like he is in love, or he's going to be offering love. You know, wants a nourishing relationship. It's, let's do another card here. Why is the Emperor here in the reverse, please? So he is in love. Emperor in reverse, please. Can we have a card? There it is. And he's playing it close to the chest. So it looks like, you know, opposite of what you're doing, this person, this Emperor, is playing it really close to the chest, trying to protect himself, and is closed off from everyone. So it sounds like maybe there's a little bit of a rift going on here, that perhaps someone's either not getting along, or there needs to be more work done in this area. I need just one more card, please, to clarify the Emperor in reverse. Emperor in reverse. For Gemini, Emperor in reverse. Whoop, there we go. Oh, maybe there's a third party going on, guys. I mean, this has many different ways you can look at it, but you know, looking at the cards, it looks like an unhappy thing going on. I doubt if he's in the reverse, if he's in the mood for a party. So I'm going to have to say that perhaps, you know, perhaps there's someone else who is involved in maybe this union or this relationship here. Could very well be, and that could very well be why the Hierophant is in the reverse, because that would, you know, if someone is outside your marriage, or someone is in a third party situation, then that would be something that would shake the foundation of your faith. And perhaps your religion, if you are religious. It would turn you to go inside, and to find your strength. It would also make you turn towards yourself, to you know, and make you disconnect from people. So if that is going on, Gemini, I'm really sorry, because that's a tough situation. But you know, every situation is fixable. If you want to fix it, you can try. It's not over until it's over. I'm just going to check in with this 5 of Pentacles, and I think I'm going to look at also this 8 of Swords. I just kind of want a little bit more information about what's going on there. Spirit, can you please tell me what the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse is here for? 5 of Pentacles in the reverse, please. Oops. Okay. So in the reverse, it looks like the 5 of Pentacles is in the reverse now because someone's waiting for their ships to come in. Now they're, you know, they always say that, waiting for your ships to come in, but waiting for something to happen, essentially. You know, he's got these scepters here, and they all have new beginnings on them. It looks like they have new buds, and he's looking over, you know, over the water, waiting for a ship to come in. Maybe a gift is coming in, maybe precious cargo, maybe a person. They used to, back in the day, they used to travel by boat, so that could very well be. And then it threw out the wounded warrior in the upright. Wounded warrior, it looks like this guy does look scared. He looks like he's a little beat up, and he's just waiting to be attacked one more time. So it looks like there was probably lots of strife going on, and you're kind of glad to get out of that, being in the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. The last card that came out to clarify this one is the 10 of Cups in reverse. So we're dealing with a family that is probably in peril. Maybe there's something that's rocky that's going on in the family. It could be due to this here, due to this this thing that's going on here. Instead of clarifying the 8 of Swords, I think I'm going to clarify the Queen of Pentacles and find out what's going on there. Spirit, can you tell me a little bit more about the Queen of Pentacles, please? Yeah, now all those reversals up there makes sense to me. Complete sense. Queen of Pentacles, can you please clarify the Queen of Pentacles, Spirit? Queen of Pentacles has the 8 of Wands, fast love coming in. Oops. Fast love coming in from another king. There we go. So I think that's what it is. Looks like it's another king. It's the king of passion. King of Rods, and yep, he's got some new stuff on the way. You can also see that those buds are sprouting. So yeah, he's the King of Passion, and it's likely that, oops, what do we got here? Oh, they gave us two. Yeah, look, it's traveling in really quick. Love is traveling in fast, and this is the fastest knight in the deck. And just know that the fastest knight in the deck, he'll get there first, but he also may be out first. So yeah, it looks like this could be a third-party situation that's happening maybe with the Queen. The Five of Cups is showing up, and it looks like with the Five of Cups in the reverse, you know, no longer worried, crying over spilt milk, as we call it, as tarot readers. So, you know, there are still two cups that have emotion in them there, and I think that perhaps they're going to be used for the person that's coming in for her. So if that is happening for you or to you, I'm really sorry, Gemini. If it's not you, then I'm glad. But I'm just going to ask Spirit here. I think everything else is sort of self-explanatory now that we know what's going on. So I'm just going to ask Spirit, if everything does stay the same as it is here on the table, if you do everything that is on the table and don't change anything, what will be the outcome, the final outcome here? Should this reading stay the same? And should Gemini decide to follow this advice? We'll have the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the deck. Now, for me, that's a good thing, because someone who's moving slow is very good at verifying, crossing the T's and dotting the I's. They're not going to make mistakes. They're not, you know, they're not kind of willy-nilly like this guy here, you know, who's just charging in because he's passionately in love. This guy is going in to offer love. But he is bringing a message of love slowly. So these things take time. We kind of roll our eyes at this guy, but you know what? I think he's the most dependable because he is the slowest. Oh, look at that. Yeah, so should everything stay the way it is, it looks like the Queen is probably leaving her king, and she's probably going to go on her way to find a new love. That's what it looks like to me. One more. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of juggling. So when relationships break up, especially when there's family involved, this can be, you know, the time of juggling. It sounds like she may be juggling quite a few things. And it's a partnership that's coming up for sure. It could be a partnership in business, but looking at this reading, I think it's a partnership in love. I think that there's going to be a partnership happening there. So perhaps this guy is painting the basilica here, waiting for a wedding to happen. Who knows? But yeah, so it looks like, you know, all in all, it looks like this is going to be happening here. This Ace of Cups, which is full of emotion and it's overflowing and it's beautiful and happy. And after coming out of this strife and, you know, this Emperor being in the reverse, and, you know, I'm really happy for you if this is what's happening for you. If this is something that you've been wishing for, if this is a wish fulfillment for you, good luck. I hope that's going to work out for you. I'm sad for whomever it's not working out for, though. But I think before I let you go, I think we are going to get a card from the Sacred Traveler. Denise Lynn. I just love these cards. They're new to me. I've seen them used in other readings, and they're new to me, but I pull them all the time just for myself, because I just find that, you know, when I pull a card at the end of the reading, that it pulls everything together, sort of just gives a final look at what's going to go on here. And they're always uplifting messages, and I think there's no time in our lives that we don't need an uplifting message, right? Okay, come on now. Give me a card. I'm really looking here, eh? Spirit is really looking. Okay, just going to pick one out of the middle then. There we go. Uncovering treasure. Beneath the surface lies a great bounty. Let's see what that means. Get the book. Oh, I dropped it. I didn't notice I dropped it. Guys, hang on. There we go. Uncovering treasure. Uncovering treasure. Beneath the surface lies great bounty. It says the card meaning, look beneath the surface in your life and you'll find treasure. Bounty is awaiting you in many forms. The secret is knowing that you deserve it and are worthy of it. Something that you thought was ordinary will turn out to be extraordinary. Take a second look at the people and the situations in your life. Sometimes receiving treasure is simply a matter of seeing life in a new way. A treasure was always there. You just didn't see it. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know on the journey, the traveler confronts dragons and overcomes obstacles, and in the process discovers the depth of the treasure in the soul. Often, treasure is found in the most unexpected places, sometimes after it seems that you've faced the inner dragon. Look at that, eh? Faced the inner dragon, right? You're facing your inner stuff here. Yep, that's when the prize comes, after you figure it out. So as you begin to seek and find the bounty in your life, more and more rewards will follow. This card heralds the bountiful, prosperous, abundant time in your life. Okay, so, you know, if things are to end like this, if they are to split up like this, this is your final outcome. Please don't be scared of change. Change is transformation. Transformation is good. Without change, we wouldn't have progress. We wouldn't move along in our lives. And just remember that beneath the surface lies a great bounty, but you need to go inward for that. And I think that you probably already have, because it looks like you've made a decision here. So that's it, Gemini. I hope that resonated with you, and I hope that it wasn't too bad of a, too serious of a reading for you. It's kind of hard when things are breaking up, like I am the reader, but the universe and spirit gives me the words to say and gives me the cards to lay down. So if this is a happy breakup for you and it's going to end up in this, then bravo to you. I hope that you do it in the right way. I hope that your family doesn't feel too much pain from these changes, and I hope that these changes are good and it's what you need in your life and what you're looking for. And that's really all that I have for you today, and I hope that you have a good night, and hope to see you again. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.